What's up, people? I'm Alana from Win-Win, and in this video I'm going to be answering the question that we are seeing constantly in Facebook forums. But before I get into that, this video comes with a quick warning. This is a very controversial topic I'm about to talk about, so you might not actually even want to watch this video. But on the flip side, stay tuned till the end so you can check out the bloopers reel. We're also getting questions from people who are about to go up to site for their very first swing that go always along the lines of, what's the site like? What's the facilities like? What's the communications like? What's the food like? And quite frankly, I get it. Knowing what facilities are on site can definitely help you out to know what clothes that you might need to take, such as gym clothes, instead of just going to the wedding and smashing 4 middies every night. Knowing who the best service provider is so that you can communicate with your loved ones back home is absolutely essential. And by the way, the answer to that is always Telstra. Knowing what the food is like on site can also help you determine whether maybe you want to actually take up some of your own food. And this is something that I and a lot of people that I know have actually done before. One site that I was on, the food was so bad that I actually, before I came up to site, I would prepare food, freeze it in crib containers, and then take it in an esky to make sure that I would actually be eating some good food when I got to site. And I know what some of you might be saying right about now. Yeah, but food's in the contract. You shouldn't have to take up your own food. Well, reality check, I was getting paid $2.5 a week after tax to drive around in circles wetting roads. So to keep that job, I was more than happy enough to make and bring up my own food. And if you're on Facebook forums asking people what the food is like at this camp or that camp, the chances are the same person who's telling you the food is shit is probably the same one whose diet consists of a rotation of Macca's, KFC, Nando's, a few servo pies when they're on R&R. And then they go up to 2 weeks of basically a buffet smorgasbord. And then go whinge about it on Facebook forums. Oh, I only had a roast pork instead of a roast lamb. Oh, they had lemon pudding instead of chocolate pudding tonight. Oh, wah. So here's a bit of a reality check. You're going up to a mine site, not the Hilton. Make up your own mind about the site when you get there. There are a ton of people right behind you who would kill for your job. So get up there and instead of asking people on Facebook forums, what's this like, what's that like, go and check it out for yourself. So what's your room going to be like? Well, in most cases, your room is going to be a small, tiny, smelly, loud donger with paper-thin walls where you can hear your neighbour doing things that you don't really want to hear them doing. Your aircon's most likely going to sound like a freight train, and you definitely might want to check the filters and potentially clean them yourself. And what's the food like? Well, if you're going to an MRL site, the food will be totally awesome and congratulations for you. The best thing about those sites are the fact that the caterers are actually underneath the MRL banner. If you're going to another site where the catering company is different from the actual client, there can be a little bit of a hit and miss situation with the food. And let me explain to you why. Well, when a catering contract comes up for tender, generally catering companies will play the old game of how low can you go? And with that, what they're going to do is they're all going to submit their tenders based upon how much they believe they can feed you on site per day. One company might say, oh, well, we'll do it for $15, and another company might say, we'll do it for $12. What that actually means is the budget that catering company has to work with is based upon the client saying, yeah, cool, we're going to save money getting you on instead of you. So the moral of the story here is, if you're on a site where the food is crap, then basically there's a high chance there's not a lot the caterers can do about it. Instead of going and having a chat to them, go and have a chat to the client. The client is ultimately the one who said, yes, the staff that we've got on site will have to put up with a $5 per head budget. But I digress. And sorry about that little rant there. The moral of the story here is you are going up to the mines and it's going to change your life. You are going to probably be earning way more money than you ever were in your previous job. So really, don't go wasting your time on Facebook forums and getting other people's opinions. And my final tip for you is this. Always on every site that you go to, make sure that you make friends with people who are in positions such as cooking your food, cleaning your rooms, etc., etc. These are the people who can make your life very, very nice on site. And you know what? It doesn't cost you an extra cent to be nice to people anyway. And I know that you've probably come this far in the video because you're wanting to get to that bloopers reel, but I'm Alana from Win-Win. If this has been helpful for you, hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, and make sure that you join our Facebook group. Now on to the bloopers. So, what's your room going to be like? Well, it's going to be a smelly, damp, loud, paper-thin walls. Well, it goes as some...
Coops.
You can do this, you can do it. I mean, I used to work on one site where it was a 4-in-1 roster. I was there for 6 years, and trust me, by the end of that 4th week, you actually want to choose between eating your own arm or potentially eating... far out. Okay. I was on this one site where the food was so shit house, like seriously. Deep breaths. Why no speak properly? Knowing what the food on site is.
Yes, boy.
Take 3. Was the food so shit that I was gonna leave? So, for fuck's sake. It's probably the same one who's done. Knowing whether you might want to actually contemplate taking up some of your well, and the same person who's giving you advice, telling you the camp food shit, is probably living on a and the same person who's probably telling you on Facebook that the camp food is shit probably goes home to living on a diet of sort of a pack of smokes, maybe some BBs, some Maccas, some Nando's, and maybe a couple of servo pies. But hey, servo pies are pretty sweet. And seriously, I was on this. Been known to smash a few servo pies myself. Take 10. But before I get smashing 4 middies every night, Oh my God.
Cutie you.
And I was on this one site where this... that company... Oh. Alright, that... Seriously, this one site that I was at, the camp was so shit. I mean, the camp food. Like, and I've heard it's gotten even worse. Like, since one of the catering companies took over. I won't say which one. But... I mean, I actually ate there 3 times in the mess, and out of those 3 times, I got gastro twice. It was horrendous. Maybe I shouldn't say that. The video's actually over. Are you still watching this? Okay, if you're still watching it, congratulations to getting to the end of the movie. Not too sure if you got something better to do. Look, if you want, you can watch it again. That's all cool. If you want to check out some of our other videos, go for it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful, and if you want to get in contact with us, info@winwin.com.au, and join our Facebook group. Thank you. Bye bye.